Hello and welcome to highlights of stage 4 of the Giro D'Italia women. Imola, a famous start, famous by the Ferrari car company, the start town for stage 4. It was going to be a hot, hilly day ahead for the riders, and Elisa Longa Borghini of Little Trek taking a 13-second advantage over Lotte Kopecky into the stage. But really a day of two halves, from Imola to Savignano sul Rubicone, the route following the Via Emilia. They would then turn in towards San Marino for the first climb of the day, a category 2 climb, onto the Monte Osteracchia, and then the run down towards the start of the final climb to Urbino, and a tough summit finish, 12.9 kilometers in length. An unfortunate crash on the run in towards the second climb of the day took down several riders, including Severin Ero of Portuguese. Clara Emmond of EF Education Cannondale was the final rider standing from the morning's breakaway group, and she was holding considerable advantage over the peloton behind. It was splintering under the attacks and under the pressure of riders such as Cecily Uttrup-Ludwig, who was looking to gain back some time in the general classification. A select chasing group went clear. Tota Magalas of Brazil and B Pink, one of the early breakaway riders, chasing Queen of the Mountains points, but Emmond at the head of the race was gaining that jersey. Cecily Uttrup-Ludwig in the red and blue of FDJ Suez was gaining time. She had started the day 9th at 1 minute and 30 seconds, and with this move was moving herself up in the general classification. At this stage, the teammate of Elisa Longa Borghini, Brodie Chapman, was in that chasing group behind. She would eventually come back to this group to help keep things under control for the Maglia Rosa. Longa Borghini's nearest rivals in Lotte Kopecky and Juliette Labousse were both in this group. And Niamh Fisher-Black in that blue jersey as the Queen of the Mountains leader. That jersey, though, would pass to this rider, Clara Emmond, at the end of the day. 28.2 to go, 3:10 to the chasing group, 4:07 to the group of the Maglia Rosa. All the jerseys in there, Lotte Kopecky in red, Niamh Fisher-Black in blue, and Antonia Niedermeyer still in that white jersey as the best young rider. Maximum points over the top of the Monte Osteracchia at 8.2 kilometer climb. She would start the descent still with a considerable advantage. Chabet, Hekira and Magnaldi attacking over the top of the climb. The Swiss rider from Canyon SRAM, phenomenal descender. She would take the Italian from UAE ADQ clear. They would close the gap considerably on the descent. Chabet absolutely railing it, but Clara Emmond was racing in towards the final climb up to Urbino, still with a considerable advantage. 12.9 kilometers in length, averaging 2.4%, but maxing out at 14% at the top. A cobbled finish behind Chabet, and Magnaldi were gradually being pulled back by that chasing group behind. They made considerable margins into the lead, but that would be really as close as they got. Elisa Longa Borghini was asking the teammates for water, and she would get it from fellow countrywoman from UAE ADQ in Sylvia Persigo alongside her. 10k to go. Chabet and Magnaldi still holding an advantage over the chasers, but Emmond was looking like she was going clear for the first pro win of her career. Brodie Chapman on the back here for the team of Little Trek had done another phenomenal job in trying to defend the Maglia Rosa for Elisa Longa Borghini. Paulina Royackers of Phoenix to Koenig was the rider on the front doing the damage, but Cecily Uttrup-Ludwig had said at the beginning of the day her famous catchphrase, if she could find the big hammer today, she was definitely going to drop it, and that's what she did. Kim LaCour of AG Insurance Soudal had crossed the gap. Both of them 9th on GC for Uttrup-Ludwig, 10th for Kim LaCour. 3k to go. There would be a short descent before the kick up towards the finish, and Clara Emmond was staying clear and looking like she was going to take the first pro win of her career. Slight stall from the chasing group behind at the head of the race through the cobblestones, and in a finish that has echoes of Strada Bianchi, it would be a day for Canada. And after Niamh Fisher-Black took her first win in the Giro and a win for New Zealand, Clara Emmon comes to the top to take EF Oatley Cannondale's first stage win of this Giro. With it, she would also take the Queen of the Mountains and the first pro win of her career. Soraya Paladin jumping clear of the chasing group behind. She took second for Canyon Schramm, but a ride from Cecilie Uttrup Ludwig. She moves herself up in the general classification. Behind, an absolute mighty sprint between Lotte Kopecky and Elisa Longa-Borghini. Through that little pinch point, the Maglia Rosa momentarily getting blocked on barrier side, but in a show of strength, she came through to outsprint Lotte Kopecky and just exert her dominance in the fight for the Maglia Rosa. Your top 10 looks like this. Clara Emmon takes it from Soraya Paladin and Cecilie Uttrup Ludwig. Elisa Longa-Borghini keeps that advantage over Lotte Kopecky in the fight for the Maglia Rosa. Uttrup Ludwig moves herself up to third. Kim Lecourt moves herself up to fourth. Juliette Labousse still there at 49. Niedermeyer in sixth, still our best young rider. Stage 5 looks on paper like a day for the sprinters and 2 tough days with mountaintop finish. You can bet that our general classification riders might fancy a day off. Just one category 3 climb along the route, one intermediate sprint to come mid-stage at 57.1, and then we head towards Foligno for what we expect to be another bunch sprint. Join us for more action from the Giro D'Italia women tomorrow.